special Saturday edition of Bourbon Bites. As you can tell, I got some guests here with me. I figured we're doing a cocktail stream. I can't do it alone. Cocktails are for sharing, and what better guys to share it with than two people that are on completely different spectrums of cocktail experience. So welcome everyone to the chat. This is a struggle to fit us all here. We're going to try to make it work. But I'm so glad to see you guys here on a Saturday. I know you guys are giving up a lot of time on a Saturday, but it should be fun. We're going to do cocktails. We're going to make some cocktails at the end, but most of all, we are going to compare some bottled old fashions. So I got my friends, Brandon, who you guys have all.
What's up, guys? How are we doing?
And my friend Spencer. Some of you guys know him from some of the hangouts. So good to have you guys here with us tonight. So when I was talking about the different ends of the spectrum, Brandon's not really a cocktail guy. What's your experience? You don't really have much.
I have no experience.
Okay, no experience. So you had one old fashioned once before.
It was bad.
Okay, well,
saying.
I'm like moderate. Okay, so I've had a decent amount of old fashions. I make my own all the time. But Spencer here is the cocktail king. So what's your experience? Like,
that's your nickname.
That's my nickname.
Cocktail king.
Cocktail king. No, I make a lot of them. I like to dabble. I like to do my own mixes. I like to play around with different ratios. I make my own syrups. I do have a few barreled cocktails that I've made in the past.
See, he's
such an overachiever.
So I thought all of these are pretty readily available on the market. I didn't do anything too crazy. Now there is one exception. High West just released a new barreled old fashioned. It's not quite hit our area yet, but the winner of tonight, I will do a head-to-head in a separate video comparing that to that. So we're just using what was available to us here in Southern California. But I do want to say hey to everyone in the chat. Welcome. I saw Kilko was here. Ryan Tarpey were here early on having a good conversation about larceny barrel proof, which is cool. Steve A, good to see you. And of course, Jason, the Mash and Drum. We actually just watched your video of like the underrated bourbons right before we started. So got us pumped up. Great review, man. And I paid attention to like half of it. I need to catch up because
we'll have to rewatch it again.
I need to buy all these bottles. What's up, Ben? Good to see you, man. Tom, good to see you. Just made an old fashioned with Wild Turkey 101 and a mix from a company called Strongwater. Awesome. So what we're doing tonight is we're doing ones that are already pre-mixed. So they're not ones that you add bourbon to. There are a few of those. I've tried a couple. There's the what is the one that's really popular? Eli Mason. So I do have that one, but tonight I want to be all about ones that are pre-made, like ready to serve. You literally just grab the bottle and pour it in a glass. So I figured what better stream to have so many people here. Because you buy these for a party, right? Like you could drink it yourself. That's the thing too. But a lot of people buy these bottled old fashions to bring to a party. What's up, Andrew? Just to make sure I got everyone shout out earlier. I saw a few other people down here. Emily, good to see you. Donnie, the Linux guy who's been drinking a lot of nice whiskeys today at the Justin's House of Bourbon, I think he's at. Chris Tats from Australia, good to see you, Chris. And of course, Trev Wilson. Good to see you, man. Good to see all you guys here. If I missed anyone, what's up, Lil?
Well,
I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone, say hey again. I'll get you. So we are, like I said, we're doing 5 different pre-mixed old fashions. We're going from order of cheapest to most expensive. And then at the end, we're going to make our own and see how it compares. So are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. So the first one we're starting with is the cheapest one, which surprised me. I did not expect this to be the cheapest one. The one we're starting with is called On the Rocks. It is a Knob Creek Old Fashioned. These have been chilled. I did put them in the fridge. It's a little blown out. I had to get the lighting right for all 3 of us. So it's basically 70 proof, 35% ABV, uses Knob Creek whiskey. Do you want to get this open while I give us some ice? Sure. I grabbed the ice tray that wasn't ready yet. Oops.
Totally.
I'm going to swap the ice tray.
Okay.
I grabbed the
technical difficulties.
Intermission.
Intermission. Hold down the fort. Hold down the fort. So what do you like making old fashions with over there? Spencer, what's your favorite if you had to choose one?
My favorite is I like to use Elijah Craig barrel proof. I have not had a bad experience with any mix from A, B, or C. Okay. So all of them have been really great. Like I said, old fashions are really easy because all you really need is rye or bourbon.
Yep.
And then cork pop. Some sort of sugar, water solution, and then bitters. That's it. You can, if you want, add orange essence to it, but I find that to be completely unnecessary.
Make it fancy.
I'm not a fancy guy, so.
Yeah. So okay. Wearing a nice button-up shirt.
So We are
Kinda look for-
making very small ones to start with because we have 5 of these to get through. So these are like mini old fashions. However, they're pre-mixed. It's not like we're adding. The proportions are like perfectly normal. What's up, Two Dudes in a Brew, Billy and Dylan? Go check out their podcast. They just started up on their channel. Awesome guys there. What are people saying about you? What is
Spencer?
I am not in my normal chair. No, I am not.
No.
I'm over at Clifton's place.
Not the
this time.
throne room.
Hey, I'm sitting on a step stool. So okay, so this one I'm just gonna free pour it.
Okay. Free pour away. You do you, boo boo.
We can pour more. We can always pour more.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because some of these we have a very little amount of. So this one's a pretty decent size. All right, so this is the first one of that. This comes in at about $1.60 per serving. Now, I do want to say serving is subjective when you're talking about a premix drink. I consider a serving 50 milliliters because a lot of these are basically 80 proof and up. This one's 70 proof. Most of them are like 80 proof and up, which a standard drink is like 1.5 ounces, which basically translates to 50 milliliters. Little give or take some. So that's how I did the math. However, if you consider a 100 milliliter a drink, then just double the money. So I just want to make it like clear to everyone, like I want to be standard across the board, basically. Yep. So this equates to $1.60 per serving. So I've never had this one. Have you guys had this one?
I have not had this one. It definitely smells very strong of Knob Creek, though.
Very fruity.
Very orange. Yeah, to me, it's orange forward.
Yeah. Because all it says is made with Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, bitters, and natural flavors.
Yes. So their description on their website says a generous pour of Knob Creek bourbon whiskey, bitters, cane sugar, orange cherry, and lemon zest. So there's some lemon. You said fruitiness. There's a little bit. What's up, Malton in Montreal? Another awesome channel. Go check them out. I have my cursor blockage from the comments. Sorry about that. Let's see if Brandy does a Sam face with the cocktail.
Just for you, Chris, I'm gonna do no faces.
Well, okay. So Brandon, what is the reason that you don't typically go to a cocktail? Like, why would you prefer to have something neat?
I know I've just had too many bad experiences because obviously I don't know how to. I've never really dove into making them. So I've had a few at bars, but it's not worth it for the price you're getting most of the time. You know, it's $15 or $20 for an old fashioned that has barely any alcohol on it. What's the point? So that's usually why when I go to bars, I just get it neat because you know you're getting an ounce of straight alcohol and you're good to go.
I was just reading your comment, Jason. I'm sorry to hear about your Nona. That's my family has a history with dementia. My grandmother had Alzheimer's. It was really bad. So I feel you there. So hopefully everything gets better for you soon. But do you want to give a shout out? Ledoux, what's up, Ledoux? Steven just got here. No worries. We just started here. We're getting to the first one here tonight. So cheers, you guys. Oh, you guys already
I already tried it.
All right.
It's very sweet.
Very sweet is the first thing I get, but it's not like a syrupy sweetness,
and it's not like it's a sickly sweet.
It's a little, I don't know. It's not quite sickly, but it's getting there. It's a little.
It's very sweet, but I think it is pretty smooth. The Knob Creek itself, as strong as that usually is, it kind of mellows everything.
For them saying a generous pour Knob Creek, I think it's a little exaggeration. I don't think it's super strong. It's a nice flavor. It's
very nice.
It's more of like, so if you've tried any of the cheaper triple sec, like the $5 triple sec, I think it's like that.
You know, this is definitely a little bit more. I mean, I know this is going to say very obviously, but it's very artificially like
the orange is artificial.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
it says natural flavors.
I mean, it does.
I mean, it can only taste as natural as the chemicals that they put in it.
Yes.
So I do want to ask you guys, have you guys had any of these? I know if you saw the thumbnail, I didn't go over what we're all doing, but we're doing the On the Rocks. We're doing Rock and Rye from Slow and Low. Can't remember the name of it.
Slow and Low.
BTL SVC, which is like bottle service. Courage and Stone, which is the brand by Aisha Taylor. Or Aisha Tyler, my bad. And then Handy and Schiller, which is a new release, I think. It's somewhat new. It's a Buffalo Trace brand. So those are the ones we're doing. Have you guys had any of these? I think Rock and Rye is probably the most common, like bottled old fashioned. Now it's not labeled as an old fashioned, but it's made to be like an old fashioned. We'll get into that next. Surprisingly, I thought that was gonna be the cheapest one. It wasn't. This is actually
that as small as the can is, you would suspect that it would.
Yeah. So make sure to save a little of this. We do a little side by side. So Andrew asked, is there a lot of sugar added to these? So probably. They're not. They don't tell you the percent. There's no like nutrition facts or anything.
Does anything on their website?
No, it doesn't. I was surprised. I tried to look that up too. So Chris says generous pour is over an ounce for the whole bottle of premix.
That would make sense.
I'm assuming like a cocktail, like at a bar, like when they make it.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
Because these are pretty high proof. I mean, we're talking like 70 proof. Like that's like the mixed proof. Like normally, like with an old fashioned, you're mixing in the sugar. Some people add soda water, which But like a spritz of it is fine for like the sugar cube. That's it.
That's in a dive bar if they're trying to save some money.
Yeah. So that is the cheapest one. That's on the rocks. We can't really, the first one we never really can review fully until we have something to compare it to. So we will be moving on to our second cheapest one. This is the Slow and Low Rock and Rye. Now this one, I do have a tiny can of it. They do have a full-size bottle.
It's so tiny.
It's snack size.
It's snack size.
So
it's not share size.
Brandon and I have been talking about this stream for a while, but Spencer was in the area and I invited him over. So we're going to try to split this between 3 people. We'll see how it goes.
Let's see how that goes.
So
we can try, all right?
Now this one is, what did I do with mine?
I mean,
that's
yours.
That's
Mine's
yeah.
over here.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm already confused. Okay, so Rock and Rye has been around forever.
Did you?
It didn't do.
Oh no!
something?
No, you're right. No, bro, look at.
Oh. This opens very strangely.
I'm smarter than I look. All right.
Give the poor guy some credit.
Airplane soda size. Steven says. Old Forester Old Fashioned sounds like a tongue twist. Old Forester Old Fashioned. Emily says nutrition and booze. That's optimistic. So we did want to check the sugar levels. Okay, so I don't know the best way to split this. Let's just do it.
Little bits.
That looks pretty good. Like done.
Yeah, I'll save a little bit for the end.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Okay, so this is $2.50 per serving compared to what was the other one like $2?
Whoa.
Oh, the other one was like $1.
Different.
Just
Totally
okay.
different. It almost reminds me of like an emergency, like the orange packet.
Oh,
That's what it
yeah.
reminds me of. Like you pour it in.
Now this is
without the fizz.
This is almost $1 more per serving.
That's crazy.
That is outright emergency.
Ooh, yeah.
powder.
Mhm.
I just yeah, you're right. It's like powdery on the nose, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like how is it powdery? But it is.
How does my nose sense a feel?
Yeah. So okay,
That's
this
pretty much
Rock
it.
and Rye. If you don't know,
Mhm.
it's based on a recipe from 1884. So it's a very very old recipe. The brand's been around forever. Like I said, my dad used to drink this stuff. It's made with straight rye whiskey, raw local honey from Pennsylvania, navel oranges from Florida, bitters, and rock candy. So the original recipe called for rock candy, like sugar rock candy. That's how they used to make it. They used to put a stick of rock candy in there and swirl it. So that's what the recipe is based on. Andrew asked, how much is a serving? So I'm going 50 milliliters per serving. So technically, half the can, just to make it even for all these. You would probably drink this whole can, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But to make it consistent, so 50 milliliters is a serving. If you want to have a 100 milliliter serving like this whole can, just double the price per serving, and you can figure it out that way. So want to make it like even easy to figure out. So
that's what the Smurfs drink out of. Drunky Smurf.
Jason. All right, you guys, let's go and get this try. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
It's
you know
it's as it's
it
right up
tastes
there
terrible.
with the sun.
Oh wait,
it
I
tastes
was
terrible.
going to say something different. To me, it tastes like a really good flavored whiskey. My experience with flavored whiskey, it is overly sweet. This isn't as sweet as okay. They're all shaking their head now.
No.
I don't
Denied.
hate it. I don't hate this. I don't hate it.
I mean, it's the taste is as bad as the smell.
It's very
Yes.
one note. I will say it's
Yes.
one note. It's like you taste it and that's all you get.
Yeah.
You don't get anything complex or.
I mean, I stand by the smell and the taste are basically the same. This does remind me of like non-fizzy emergency.
Yeah, which I'd prefer the emergency over this. Like, straight up.
At least it's gonna make you feel better.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you drink enough of these, maybe you can feel better.
You're just gonna forget about it.
Exactly.
So I'm going back to the first one just to do a little side by side.
I don't know if the first one got watered down or not, but the nose is totally like muted.
Now
on
the first
one.
one is 14 proof points lower, so
Okay.
it does a little watering. That's the only thing. The thing with the Rock and Rye is it's 84 proof, which is pretty substantial. I mean, it'll get you drunk.
It will get you.
So my story with my dad is he used to have a bottle of Rock and Rye under the cabinet for whenever he got a cold. So this was his like cold remedy. Now
you know what? Probably
my
with that
dad,
honey.
My dad was
similar to a hot toddy.
My dad is unfortunately passed, but he was older, so he was grew up in the like 50s and 60s. So maybe that was like passed down by his parents. I don't know the story, but he always had a bottle of this under the cabinet. So for 84 proof, I mean, again, we're paying $2.50 per serving. Like that's not that bad for a full drink.
That's really not that bad.
No,
but you almost have to be expecting that one. Emily kind of nailed it on the head with smells like childhood a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, it's. I gotta agree with you guys. I think the first one's better, even though it's lower proof.
Yeah,
I gotta go with the first one. So go ahead and finish one of them. I'm going to finish that one because I want to keep my favorite around. I should have poured less, but we'll see how it goes. We got like what? How much longer? We got 45 more minutes. Here we go.
This is gonna be a long night.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
I should have grabbed a glass to dump things in.
You want me to grab a dump glass for you?
Yeah, just grab the cabinet on the left. You can grab a wine glass too if there's any in there. Just I don't want to have to finish.
See, I think the thing with the Knob Creek one though is we have a lot of experience with Knob Creek as it is, so
it's quality. Like they didn't use just Jim Beam; they used Knob Creek. They made
it's a very distinctive taste on it. Even though I mean the other ingredients of it aren't that great.
Yeah,
it is at least something that you can recognize. Whereas with the Slow and Low,
do you want us to dump one of yours?
You already
drink it.
I got one. I got an empty one.
I got you.
If a drink gets in front of me,
I'm drinking it.
I'm drinking it.
I mean, I did buy all these. So. They're just like mooshing off of me. That's how it goes. Okay.
Moochers.
So we'll move on to our third one here today. And this is the Handy and Schiller. Now, this one is fancy. So, yeah. And so this one
one
comes with a tube.
This one comes in this tube. It is a Sazerac brand. It's actually Merchant Exchange Company is the brand they're going under. But then it comes in the bottle again. It has like some like metal plating. Like it's fancy. And to be only $2.66 per serving, I thought this was, before I did the math, I thought this was going to be like way overpriced. However, this is a 750 milliliter. I paid $40 for it, which sounds like a lot. But when you do the math, it comes out to $2.66 per drink. So now, if you don't like this and you're like, oh, I wasted my money. So it's like a full size. But you know, I'm excited to give it a try. So this one is. Do you want to pour it for?
Yeah, I will go ahead and pour it. Yeah, give me something to do, Clifton.
Yes.
So this one is made using Buffalo Trace bourbon, and they actually use.
He's got the right idea.
How do you pronounce it?
Peychaud's.
Peychaud's. Oh, that's way fancier than I would have said. So Mash and Drum said, Buffalo Trace Old Fashioned mix must be allocated. No horsey.
No horsey.
Sorry. No horsey.
So actually, this was $40. I thought this was going to be the most expensive, but actually was not. Now, what they do, this is special. This is a barrel-aged Old Fashioned. So they actually put this in a barrel, put it back into the rick house at Buffalo Trace. Like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That is cool.
So
it smells the best out of all three of them so far because it reminds me of the bourbon, like a whiskey.
Yeah, so
like, I don't get that much orange on it at all.
My first thought of the Rock and Rye was at first it hit me like it was a whiskey, like nothing flavored, but then like the sweetness and like the overwhelming fakeness came through.
So this to me does smell as an Old Fashioned really should.
You're right.
It doesn't have
Spirit
a whole
forward.
lot. It's spirit forward,
Orange.
but it doesn't have a whole lot of like extra flair to it.
And the orange isn't like a fake orange. It's like a orange peel.
Yeah.
Like it's
got that essence in it.
It's really nice on the nose. So cheers, you guys.
Cheers. Closer.
We're getting there?
Yeah. Definitely getting there as far as like a handmade cocktail in comparison.
And I have a second sip before I have an opinion because I have thoughts, but I want to give it another second sip. You know what this is missing for me? As much as I complain about how sweet those other ones were,
it's missing the sweetness.
It's not sweet. It tastes like an orange zest in whiskey. Like if you skip the simple syrup, you forgot the simple syrup. To me, that's what it's coming across as.
Interesting.
It's good. I mean, it's quality. Like I can tell that there's
Yeah.
definitely quality in this glass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there is a significant difference in comparison, but this is what I would definitely expect as far as like a handmade cocktail. A little, you're not supposed to be sickly sweet. It's not supposed to be all of just one thing. It's supposed to be more spirit forward.
And maybe it's because I tried the ones that were too sweet to begin with. Maybe that was probably the part of the problem. But I will say, okay, spoiler alert, I've only tried one of these before we did the stream. This is the one that we tried because it was in a full-size bottle. And both Justin and I had the same thought. It wasn't sweet enough. So even without trying the other ones, that's the only thing that's missing. It's still good. I mean, for freaking $2.66 per serving, like
that's really good.
That's really good.
I would probably try it, put in like a bar spoon of simple syrup.
Oh yeah, if you add your own simple syrup to that, that would be delicious. That would be awesome.
That might work.
Do you have simple syrup?
I do. Maybe we can try that at the end.
I was gonna say, maybe we'll try it at the end and see. Just
All right, so
I'm going back to the first one.
I'm going back to slow.
The knob. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I finished my Knob Creek because that one's really good.
Well, I want to do like a little side by side between these two. These,
I can't.
yeah, that one. That one.
This slow and low.
No.
It's brutal.
It's LaCroix, go full hipster. Emily, no.
She says
No.
Oh,
but she did say you can add sugar. You can't take out the gross. That's very true.
True.
If something's too
True.
sugary, the only thing you can do is water it down, or I guess you could add more.
Add more alcohol.
Yeah, more bourbon.
I mean, yeah, no.
Maybe.
If you're one of those people that has a nice collection, you have bottles already. You bought this as just something to try. Yeah, you could.
But I
add
did,
more
like I
alcohol.
said earlier on, I think these are made for people that are either. My thought is like this is a great thing to bring to a party. Like if you're having to get together with friends,
Yeah.
like especially this one that's like the 750 milliliter. Bring this. You don't have to do anything. Just pour it over ice. You're good.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm judging these. I'm not adding cherries. I'm not adding orange peel or anything like that. I'm just serving them as if they're meant to be served. So far, okay, we're about halfway through these. What do you guys think? What are you leaning towards, like favorite wise?
It's definitely the last one, the old fashioned, the one from
The handy one?
Trace.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't have any of that fake orange, and you actually get a lot of alcohol forward on it.
So
You get a lot of sweetening, sweetening
Okay,
the alcohol.
I think
not
Jason just made the comment of the night. Handmade, small batch, extra aged, LRT least personal recipe, Sazerac marketing.
Nope.
It's all marketing.
Yep.
It
Yep.
is.
Sounds like it. So the only thing that concerns me about this,
Right, Chris.
the only one that concerns me about this one is right at the bottom of the label.
Oh, that's right. You
It
mentioned that.
adds-
Yeah.
Let's see
They,
if we can
they
get
won't be able
this.
to see it.
Let's
It's not.
see. Hold-
It's not. It's not.
angle.
It doesn't-
angle. Okay.
It doesn't
Yeah,
adjust
no, it doesn't work.
exposure.
All
I
right.
said it for
Anyway.
us beforehand.
Okay. So at the very bottom, it says "and caramel color."
I didn't realize this until you pointed that out.
So my question to that is:
Why?
are they using this caramel color as an agent to replace the sweetness, or to try to add to the sweetness, or just to darken it?
You know,
just a darken.
I forgot this is the one, but the thing is, this is barrel aged. That should, if they want color, just put it in barrel a little longer.
But it depends on how long they barrel it for, because I'm assuming that's not stated anywhere how long it's in the barrel for.
No.
And that's taking
Even
up
if-
space in the
yeah.
warehouse.
Yeah.
You can't age the bourbon there if you got a barrel of that there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be fair, I would imagine that these other ones would have had to say that.
Well, that's just even just like you said. Look at the color of that one.
Yeah.
Look,
That's
it looks
so
almost
much
like an
different.
orange, like a
Yeah, this
bright,
was very
yellow.
light.
Yeah, and look at that one all dark because from the caramel coloring they add probably most likely.
So Steven mentioned the Eli Mason. Yeah. So sorry, did I say Spencer?
No, you said
Okay,
Steven.
Steven, okay.
Yeah.
Steven, so I thought about bringing out the Eli Mason, but I wanted to be very fair. I wanted to be like, you just drink this. You don't mix it with anything. Eli Mason is good. I may do a separate episode on like mixers, like pre-made, but like this is all like you got your alcohol. You go to the liquor store, you're like I want an old fashioned. Like you grab a bottle. Like that's my thought with this. So
I wish it was
yeah.
made with White Dog Jason. It probably tastes better.
Yeah. You might get more of a kick out of it.
Yeah.
I mean that's true. So Chris said earlier, so $14 for a Perry pour,
Mm.
still cheaper than a bar. That's to be fair, these
Not
prices.
wrong, all of them.
This one is $2.66 per. Now our servings are subjective, 50 milliliters. If you want to double that to be like a 100 milliliter serving, I did do a test one with an ice cube, 100 milliliters, like popping out of the glass. So
Yeah,
that's more than you get at a bar.
Yeah.
That's why I went with the 50. So let's say you go 100 milliliters. That's like $5.
I mean, for this one's going to last you a while if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going to just have it by yourself.
Yeah.
This one will definitely last you a while.
Yeah. So it's honestly these two are my favorite. The On the Rocks and that one are my favorite. The Slow and Low was not doing it for me. So what's up, Don? Good to see you. Aloha.
Aloha, Don.
So okay, we got two more
Got
to do.
two more.
And then we're gonna do our own old fashioned. So let me finish.
Those are yours, bud.
That's yours.
Okay. I get nervous because like yours are close. Okay, I'm gonna keep the one that I like the best, which is the newest one. The
Yeah, the one.
that one
Yeah.
I'm going to hold on to.
Yep, same with me. Everyone, we're all on the same page. So
that's a dump glass, right?
yes.
I'm ready for another ice cube.
Ice Cube, man.
Sorry, was that too late? I'm bad.
Sorry, I left you guys without the comments to read.
Oh my God, this is gonna be a long night.
This is going to be fun.
This is gonna be a good night.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I don't want this
Just wait until I make
Just make sure it
yours.
doesn't like hang over there like that. Okay, so we are pouring our
Number 3.
no, four.
Trade and number 4. Why are you?
Four.
You're messing me up now.
I'm just
So our fourth one is
see you.
Courage and Stone. Now this is an old fashioned cocktail mix. Yeah, you want to show the bottle?
Cork pop.
Yeah. So this one is actually by Aisha Tyler, which is an actress.
Fancy.
I love her. She's an amazing actress. I love her so much. This is her brand of classic old fashioned pre-mixed. So this is 80 proof. So it's a step up from the On the Rocks, but a step down from the Buffalo Trace one. Now this one does come in at $3.75, so it comes in at about $1 more.
But you get a really nice bottle with a glass stopper.
Yeah, so cool. This is a 200 milliliter bottle, but it comes with a glass stopper. It's very sick. This is very attractive. Honestly, like bottle wise, this is my favorite. I think it's the sexiest bottle.
It is a nice bottle.
Yeah.
So I will say, there's going to be a difference between this one and the last one we had because this one's made with rye whiskey over the bourbon that we just had.
Oh, does it say that on the bottle?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So with this one, it's actually made with an American. So all I read was it was an American whiskey distilled in New York. So now we know it's a rye whiskey distilled in New York. This is a New York whiskey though. So what distilleries are in New York? There's
I don't know. Don't look at me. Ask Steven. He lives in New York.
Steven? Oh, Steven's here. Steven, what distilleries are in New York? Do you know which distillery makes this? He's in the chat. So this is a New York distillery that makes the whiskey. They also make the ingredients that go into this. So she claims this is a very New York whiskey. So it's a combination of small batch American whiskey distilled in New York, cane sugar from New York, and natural flavors of orange and dark cherry that are also from New York. They also make their own. Okay, I watched an interview with her. She was very strict about like, this is local. This is local, you guys. This is all local. So they also make their own bitters. So this is like their own bitter blend. So just want to make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. Fred says just popping in to say hi. I want to grab some bottles and deliver one. I'll catch you guys on the hangout. So we're not actually doing an official hangout tonight. That's usually for Thursdays. If someone wants to do one, Fred, y'all are more than welcome. We got to eat dinner though. We got dinner on the way, so we will probably miss it, or I might join later. But yeah, so cheers, Fred. Good. Thank you so much for stopping in, and welcome to William for stopping in too. We are on to Courage and Stone Old Fashioned Cocktails. So what do you guys think about this one?
It's a super cherry on the nose, like almost like fruit punch.
Yes.
Oh,
very
fruit punch.
Almost.
Hawaiian punch.
Yes,
like,
there you go.
You're not even
There you
fucking
go.
lying.
Yes.
That's Hawaiian punch.
Wow.
Like that's what. If you told me this is Hawaiian punch, I'd be like, yeah, it is.
Yes.
Chug it.
Not even alcoholic Hawaiian. But I don't get any alcohol.
No, there's
No, I'm not getting alcohol on the nose.
Steven says Hudson's probably. That's like the biggest like distillery in New York.
Here now.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you guys ready for this? I'm very curious about this one.
Cheers, boys.
Seriously, guys.
This reminds me of the first one. This reminds me of
a little bit.
It's very, very fruit. That's all you get is fruit. I don't get any alcohol.
I get it. The front of my tongue, I can get a little bit of the rye, but I am only getting Hawaiian punch the entire way through.
I'm sorry, Aisha. I love you. If you're watching this video, I'm so sorry. I don't like it. It's fruity to the next level. Now, if you told me this was like a vodka and like Hawaiian punch combo, like hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's try it.
If you don't market it as a old fashioned, you might be able to get away with it.
What is the word? I always say clawingly sweet. Is it clowingly? Like, how do you pronounce it?
I've never heard that phrase.
It's a phrase with the whiskey people.
Okay.
It is
whiskey people. Let us know.
It is syrupy. Okay, syrupy sweet. It's very thick, very viscous, not in a good way.
But it lingers.
It does
for
linger
a long time.
If you don't like cherry, I'm not the biggest cherry fan.
No.
It's very cherry forward to me.
You know what? I disagree with that.
Okay.
Maybe it's something to do with the orange and the cherry mixing it, but literally the only way to describe it is Hawaiian punch. Fruit punch, just
that's
outright. Like there is no other way to describe it.
I don't think we're even exaggerating being like Hawaiian punch. Like that is. Like, it smells like Hawaiian punch. If you guys grew up with that.
When was the last time I
had Hawaiian punch? I haven't had it forever. Yeah, that tastes just like what I remember that tasting.
That's where I order a pizza. Let's get some Hawaiian punch.
However, it does make me wonder if you had vodka to Hawaiian punch. Like, that sounds pretty good.
Another stream idea for you, bud.
No.
Emily's already got us a new one.
Mixers.
What did she say?
Manhattan's real and pre-made.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went with the Old Fashioned because there are more of these available, I think. However, Manhattan is a good idea. I know High West has a Manhattan as well.
Bobby Clifton, clovingly sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, no, cloyingly. What did I say? That's what I said.
Yeah,
that's what I said. Close. Okay. Thank you, Jason, Steven, and Emily. Everyone corrected me.
I told you, whiskey people know.
Yeah, they do.
can't.
I don't dislike it, but being more expensive than all these other ones, I would much rather have all the other ones. Every single other one, even the Rock and Rye.
You are paying for a little bit for the name with Aisha tied to it, and the design of the bottle.
It's a very sexy bottle
with
That's
a glass
awesome.
Hold on. I have to make this comparison though.
Okay.
Which one are you gonna buy for the lesser amount? I think I'm gonna still buy this one because I get more.
It comes out cheaper, yeah. See, but me being the consumer in the liquor store, I saw that this one was $40. Like that's a lot of money. But you gotta think it's a $7.50. This is like bigger. Like these all literally. This one is what is this? 200 milliliters. That's all you get. Yeah, it was $15, but if you divide it out like 4 ways, like I'm not a fan.
Yeah. I like Aisha Tyler, but
I love her. She's awesome, but
sorry, that one is.
I can't do it.
That is
I'm
going away
because you know what? We're coming.
I can't do it.
Going away. No, thank you.
No.
How many ice? I need another ice.
We have like 5 left.
I gotta rinse this glass. If you want to rinse your glass, that one definitely is worthy of rinsing your glass.
Like I can't even make a comparison to the previous one just because they're so far different.
They're so different, yeah. So we only got one more pre-mixed one. Okay, how are you guys feeling for one more? Now, there is a very drastic...
From Tang to Hawaiian Punch, yeah. We're on a roll tonight, Emily. You're right.
Thank you. Paying attention.
So,
but it wasn't Tang, it was Emergency. Yeah. It was Emergency, Emily, not Tang.
Yeah. So, we do have one more pre-mixed one. Now, this is the most expensive, and not just like a little bit more expensive. This one is almost double the cost of this last one.
Wow.
This is more than double the cost of all the other ones. This one is, oh, you cannot see, I'm sorry. Okay. BTL SVC, which I imagine stands for bottle service. Old Fashioned. This is a 100 milliliter bottle. This cost me, for the 100 milliliters, it cost me $12. So again, 50 milliliter serving is $6 a serving. That is a comparison. Just so you guys know, the first one we did tonight was $1.60 on the rocks, which wasn't that bad. I did not dislike that. It wasn't
terrible, but
I think
that was at 70 proof.
Okay,
too.
so far, what are you guys' favorites? I think my favorite so far, I'm gonna have to go with that one for the price. I'm gonna have to say the On the Rocks Knob Creek Old Fashioned was my favorite for the price. Like, considering value.
But take that out. Ignore the price.
No,
on just palate alone.
On palate alone.
On
palate alone, it's definitely the Handy and Schiller. Yeah. However, I like to consider the price as well. I think for me, I would go with the On the Rocks for the price. What do you think?
Personally, I'm going to go Handy and Schiller because it's going to last longer.
I'm
the same with you. Yeah. I like the flavor.
No, I will say those two are very close for me. Like it's really hard for me to decide. I just know that like I thought this was going to be bad. I honestly thought the On the Rocks was going to be bad, but you know what? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Curtis, I'm sorry, Aisha. I'm sorry. I love you.
I love you, but no.
You're beautiful. No. You're amazing. But
no. I will definitely repurpose the bottle. But
that's it. Not with your juice, but that's fine. All right.
I'm sorry. Anyways, Hawaiian Punch Old Fashioned. Yeah.
No,
Jason, you would not be a fan.
Don't do it.
Don't save yourself.
Steven says, "Do you guys have a preference for ice when making a cocktail at home? Do you guys care and try to make clear ice?" I'm not. I imagine clear ice is amazing. However, I do agree with the larger ice cubes. I think that makes a huge difference. Clear ice, it probably makes some sort of a difference, but
when it comes to old fashions, you definitely want a larger cube.
Yes,
because it will not dilute the drink as much as smaller ice cubes.
Yeah,
as quickly.
Yeah,
so it will last colder longer without the dilution.
Right.
Clear versus just having regular ice cubes.
Clear is cooler. Like, let's be honest, it's cooler.
That is just for looks, right?
It's for looks.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might melt a little slower. Now, to be fair, we are using just like a single ice cube, but we also have very small pours, so we're not worried about it getting diluted or anything.
No, you got to buy that new fridge from Samsung that makes the ice.
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah. You're gonna be a real baller.
Yeah. Emily says sorry, Brandon. I don't know why she's sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, because you're drinking the Old Fashions, maybe?
No, talking about the Tang in Emergency.
Oh, okay.
I love Jim Beam. I love Jim Beam. Like, honestly, Jim Beam and Heaven Hill, I say this over and over again, like people are going to disagree with me. Jim Beam and Heaven Hill are my favorite distilleries because of certain products they make. Knob Creek and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Those are my favorite whiskeys ever. So William says clear ice takes longer to melt.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So let's go ahead and pour the last one, which is the BTL SVC bottle service, 56 proof. Now, okay. Not.
Yes, this one is cork.
It's an actual cork, so that adds some value.
I don't pop, but that's fine.
That's what does not pop. All right, here we go.
Just split it.
This is a tiny little guy.
100 mil.
100 mil.
60.
$60.
Oh, Cliffy's here, everybody. Say hi to Cliffy.
$6 per serving. So this little 100 milliliter is $12.
You need to smell this.
Oh no, I'm scared.
No, it reminds me of one of the ones you already had.
Oh no, this one is 56 proof. It is the absolute lowest proof we've tried. This is the most expensive and lowest proof. So I'm a little nervous about this. I'll be perfectly honest.
See? With an added
wait,
cherry.
Wait.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
It's getting close to that Kyrgyz Stone.
Mhm.
It's close.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's very similar.
But it's like the powdery, like the not emergency, but like powdery orange, like a fake orange.
Like Tang.
Yeah. Tang.
Like Emily said.
Emily got it.
Emily is predicting the future. This one's the Tang
cool.
one.
This is the Tang one.
But I do say that there's more cherry there, and I think that maybe attributes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Tang with a little bit of cherry.
I'm never sure. This is the most expensive.
I'm afraid it's going to be like
most expensive. Okay,
like cherry. I'm afraid it's going to be like cherry medicine.
Man,
I sure like that. I hope not too.
Wow.
Okay.
It's more enjoyable for sure.
Yeah.
It almost tastes watery though.
It does.
Like even without the ice cube.
56 proof.
Okay. I was like, yeah.
The absolute.
I think this is the one that you would expect to get out of like a dive bar.
No. It's funny you say that. I was thinking the same thing. This is like, if you go to a bar, it's like we have a pre-mixed old fashioned, and it's like this like jug of something like in the back of the room in a plastic jug.
Yep.
This is what you get. This is what you get.
Okay.
This is the one where they just have a huge vat of it, and it's just quick and easy to make, and they're just dumping them out, by the numbers.
That's crazy.
It's not bad. I don't want to say this is bad. However, being more than 5 times the price of the other ones.
Yeah, per serving.
That's the issue.
I have an issue with both the proof and the price.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For something so small.
Yeah.
100 mil.
100 mil.
$12 for this.
Is there a reason? Is it made by someone special? Like,
Nope. The info I have on this. Okay, I didn't read this. Sorry. 5-year-old premium bourbon whiskey made with cane sugar and a couple of dashes of Angostura bitters. That's all the info we have. That's all.
Does that signature look familiar to you?
Actually, it does.
Wait, what?
Yeah, check out the signature.
That's crazy.
I don't know signatures. Who is it?
Just saying, it looks very familiar.
Do you know? Oh, conspiracy. Let's go to conspiracy theories. What are you guys saying?
We're not going there. Okay. But still. But just because it's 5-year-old doesn't mean crap. We all know that. Just because it's 5-year-old
doesn't
what I was saying,
good. How many of these named their whiskey? This one did not, but it did say it's a New York whiskey.
Yes.
The Kyrgyz Stone said it was a New York whiskey.
That says
On the Rocks is Knob Creek.
Knob Creek. That's Buffalo
Trace.
Whatever
Rock and Rye.
is.
But again, it's so cheap.
But at the same time, I mean, at least cheap. You know what? What does it matter what you're getting?
But it did say straight rye whiskey. Yes. So there's that.
I don't know.
That's a good point, Ledoux. Ledoux says the bottle looks like something you would get from a pre-stocked hotel fridge. Yeah, it does.
I can see that.
And you would pay like what, $20 for this?
At the low end.
Yeah, no kidding, right? That's the way things are anymore.
Emily says, but what would wine punch bitters taste like? Ooh,
there
are tiki bitters. I have not bought any bottles of that.
Yeah, but those don't taste anywhere close to Hawaiian punch. So I would be interested.
I forgot which one. I think this is the Buffalo Trace one.
You'll be able to tell, bro. Like straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's not sweet. It's not sweet.
Yeah, because that's what you guys are saying is that you need to add a little bit of sweetness to it.
Now we still are 20 minutes from the end of the stream, so I will be making an old fashioned to compare all these two. However, do you guys want to try the Buffalo Trace one again and add a little bit of simple syrup to it?
I would.
Okay,
I would want to.
So I'm gonna dump the rest of that. Are we good on ice? We're out of ice. Okay,
there's a few ice cubes left in that.
We got some ice. Okay. So what we're gonna do next before we make our own old fashioned, because I think the Buffalo Trace one is really close.
I want to give it a chance. I want to give it a chance with at least maybe a bar spoon of simple syrup.
Yeah, it's honestly like if you had some sort of simple
syrup. Cliffy is here, baby.
Cliffy. If you add some simple syrup to this one, I think it will be the best one tonight. But let's go ahead and give it a try. Let's go and try it. Jason says black walnut bitters are my favorite, especially for the fall. Well, Jason, you are convenient. Yeah, so stick around
for a treat
after we do the Buffalo Trace. I almost said Knob Creek. Sorry, I almost said Knob Creek. After we do the Buffalo Trace, welcome to a stream, Spencer.
Wow.
Braden already knows.
I already know.
Okay, so we will be doing the black walnut bitters after we give this. Let's give it another shot.
Yeah.
One more shot. Let me get some ice though for us, you guys. So read it. Okay, there's some comments. Just read them.
Right, you're gonna leave me in charge. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to Brandon and Spencer's stream.
Forget Clifton.
Who is Clifton?
It's our stream now.
You told us to keep the show going, so
Tell them to join my Patreon.
okay, everyone, join his Patreon. I think there's something he gives you fancy. I don't know. Read the description like you're good. Like,
Wait,
it's all there.
I wouldn't know.
Aren't you
I don't know what you're talking about.
one of my highest tier patrons? Yes, he is. Holy
What is
crap.
What is his Patreon thing?
That's why I invited him to my house to be a part
Why
of
is
my
there a
stream.
random arm in my
I'm sorry.
Why is there a random arm in my face? You're in my bubble, man. Converted me to black walnut biggers.
Bakers.
Biggers.
Bakers.
Mm.
I did.
Biggers.
I am so sorry I didn't mention that.
Did you get your simple syrup?
No, I was getting ice.
We need simple syrup. You
It's right
want
there. It's right there.
Okay. I didn't know. I was just asking.
Okay, yeah.
Well, do you have a bar spoon somewhere?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Good
Well,
God.
no, I was gonna pour it in this, but
A jigger. Remember his jigger?
Well, yeah, but so what I'm saying is with the way that this one tastes, I don't think you need that much.
it's a smaller amount.
I would
We
say
do have a
very
bar
small.
spoon. I think it's in that tray right there.
It is.
Spencer, who I forgot to mention, I do apologize for that.
I'm not Spencer.
Spit-
He's over there.
It's backwards. You know it's backwards,
I know it's why
right?
you're pointing at
It's
me, and
backwards.
I'm not Spencer, but that's
Spencer
fine.
is currently a bourbon. Is it terabyte?
It's terabyte.
You
So
are
that
a
means
bourbon
you guys
terabyte.
hang out every day?
He is but he has access to me for our private
Oh,
hangout.
baby.
So you know, no.
Justin's got competition.
Do you want to give a shout out to Spencer? Okay. I did not mention Patreon for this stream because I
My bad.
normally mention
Sorry.
it when we do a hangout after. We're not doing a hangout after, but Spencer is currently my highest tier patron. He is an amazing dude, and I appreciate it so much. So glad to have him
I'm
here
just
tonight.
a very good friend.
You are a
I'm
good
just
friend
gonna
too.
share his.
No, what?
Oh,
You
okay.
nasty.
It's
Fine. I hate you all.
You nasty.
How do you get these ice cubes out?
He's
You
pop from the bottom.
push.
That's what she said. I don't know how to get it out.
Push harder. Push harder. Come on. Push it.
There we go.
On it. And my favorite one of the night. Who's your daddy?
Yeah,
Chris.
who's your daddy?
Chris, still waiting for my bourbon daddy. I got one spot on Patreon. If anyone wants to give me $100 a month,
Yeah, Chris.
Sign up.
Chris,
Chris, all you,
that's
buddy.
you.
Down under.
oh
boy.
sorry.
Oh boy.
I don't the same thing. I was like,
Oh boy. All right. So
So this is the one you just poured from you, right?
Yeah. we are
Don't
going
drink
to try to make this as simple as possible.
Steven said, "LOL." Justin's face in the background. I don't even know. Justin is not here. Y'all can't see him.
All right. Yep. No, that is an uneven. Sir.
What do you want?
Sir.
Okay.
There you
Yeah.
This is a
Give me-
Patreon exclusive hangout.
Just give it a stupid glass. I was trying to help you, but okay. Like, fine.
So you put basically like
Did you
a
mix
bar.
it for me?
Just wiggle it around.
That's very
It'll be
helpful.
fine.
Thank you.
You guys, stick with us. I promise. I promise.
My
Less
man.
than 20 minutes.
My man.
Less than 20 minutes, and we will be done. Okay. So what
They
Spencer
wants to
did
keep
was-
going. They wants to go for OT.
Okay.
I haven't put
Let's
it in
know in
here
the chat.
yet. So put
Put your glass down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let you put it in. Okay.
Jesus.
I just want to show them the size of how much you're putting in.
About a bar spoonful, people.
Yeah.
If you know what a bar spoon is,
Just
you're
show
fine.
the spoon for a second, just so they can see it.
It's a spoon.
It's a spoon.
No, it's
a
Looks like it's a
spoon.
bar spoon. It's
just
long.
just a very small amount of stable syrup. Now this is going into the Buffalo Trace. I keep calling it Buffalo Trace, but I feel bad saying that because they use
Well,
Buffalo
okay,
Trace.
yeah. No, does it actually say Buffalo Trace bourbon?
Old Fashioned made with Buffalo Trace bourbon.
Okay.
So, but the brand is Handy and Schiller's, and it's owned by another brand too. But they're all Sazerac. Let's be honest, they're Sazerac.
Yeah, Sazerac Gonzal.
So,
all things, supposedly, I did only use a bar spoon
Yep.
because
Just a
we
little
are
bit.
pouring such a small
very
amount.
small. Yeah, yeah.
So just to get this a shot.
All right, cheers, you guys.
Cheers. That made it smoother.
That's
Done.
so good.
Done.
So that's what it's supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
But you guys,
Okay.
we got to be fair though. They didn't put that in there. They did not.
No,
put that
I
in
didn't
there.
put
No,
that in
no, but to me, not having any experience with this, to me, that's almost a little too sweet. But is that what it's supposed to taste like? I don't know.
Now, okay,
But that's just
we
me
are
being
we are
hypothetical,
using very small
This
glasses.
is because we're doing.
This
five
is really
different
just
ones. We're
to
doing five
test
different-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really to taste it. If you were to put this in a regular low ball
And you put
with
that
a
much,
giant ice cube,
yeah, and that much sugar, it would have been.
Yeah,
it would have been perfect.
I'm
Diluted.
sure with the same amount of sugar, it would have tasted just fine.
Okay.
So I would say my vote is definitely going to be for this one. To definitely,
But that's where I'm conflicted though. when I tried this beforehand and when I tried it tonight by itself, it doesn't have the sweetness. I want a cocktail to be a little sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my confliction. Honestly, to me, it's between the Handy and Schiller and the On the Rocks, which was the cheapest one tonight, which is weird to say.
Yeah.
But I'm also considering value. I'm not like treating these like they're all the same price.
Yeah.
I think the On the Rocks is definitely like lower quality, whatever. I'll have to do one more little taste of that. What happened to my other glass?
You tell me, bro.
You took it away.
It's I don't know where you put it.
Didn't take it away.
Here. This is an empty one.
There you go.
Was it mine? Was I supposed to
no,
be using this?
that one was mine.
So then he
Why
took
do you
yours
think you took it?
because
You
everyone
took
had
mine.
two.
Everyone
so.
had. I don't.
You
All
guys.
right, I'm gonna do one little final taste test, and then we're gonna go on to our handmade Old Fashions.
I want to know what those supposed to taste like.
Yes,
Do you want me to add simple syrup?
just a little bit.
Because I think that one was sweet enough as it was.
Yeah, that was sweet. Okay, so you guys already know what your favorite is.
Yeah.
I'm doing one little final thing. You guys start with you, Spencer. What is your favorite and why? And then once he's done, Brandon, what is your favorite and why?
You know what? I would not mind shelling out $40 for the Handy and Schiller. I think that one was really good. It does need a little sweetness added to it. It does make it smoother.
And being someone that makes cocktails, like you're comfortable with it.
I would be comfortable with it. And I mean, you could. It just looks like a regular whiskey bottle.
Mm-hmm.
You could just have it out, and no one would really.
I mean, you could just drink that neat.
Wiser.
As long as you don't think of it as a cocktail, you could drink that neat and you'd be perfectly happy. I would be happy.
I mean, that was what we were just doing. So, I mean, technically,
Spencer, you're up, bud.
Oh, Emily says we need a homemade bitter spirit. Yeah, I haven't made that yet. I have Everclear.
that is one thing I have not done.
I have Everclear. I have not made them yet. So that may be coming soon. Hey, if
there you
y'all are
go.
interested,
Hawaiian, you know what? All you got to do is find some Hawaiian punch powder.
Oh my God.
And put that with Everclear,
There you
and there you go.
there we go.
Sounds awesome.
All right, Brandon, what about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. It's all about the Buffalo Trace for me because I don't get a lot of fruitiness to it. It's well balanced. Yes, it needs a little bit of sweetness to it, but to me, I actually prefer it without the sweetness than with it. But at the same time, like we're saying, maybe next time try making a full cocktail with the right amount of everything in it, with the right glass, with the right ice, everything, and see. Not use a half an ounce or whatever.
Yeah.
And
So these guys said they prefer the Handy and Schiller Buffalo Trace Old Fashioned, which is $2.66 per serving. I'm debating between that one and the On the Rocks, which is a dollar cheaper per serving, 70 proof. My opinion is one final taste.
you do you, boo boo. This is your stream.
Yep.
There's way more flavor in that one. I'm on board with that.
And we have swayed him to the other side.
Let's say you're someone that doesn't make cocktails. You're like, I don't know how the hell to make a cocktail. I'm just going to buy something to bring to a party. I think the On the Rocks is honestly being knowing that my top two choices was the absolute cheapest and like the third most cheap. That's a good sign for both of us. Like
Third most cheap.
Third most. No, I mean,
I will say though, I thought this was gonna be shit. I'm gonna be honest. I thought this On the Rocks was gonna be shit because I see it everywhere.
Yeah.
$12 at the grocery store for the 375 milliliter. However, this is my second place. What about you? What was your second place? Just
oh
out of
no, my
curiosity.
second place would be the Knob Creek because I
That's
know
Knob Creek.
it tastes like Knob Creek. It's just whatever else they add to it is a little unnecessary. I mean, but it is very, almost like pick Knob Creek pick.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Like it's very, very pungent. It's very
Mhm.
nose forward for the Knob Creek flavor.
Yeah. So Shelf Turd said, what did I miss? Well, you missed us doing a side-by-side between 5 different pre-mixed Old Fashions. However, we still have a little more to do. We got 10 more minutes. I'm going to make them an Old Fashioned that I want them to decide if they prefer. So we're going to do that tonight. If y'all are watching the replay with Shelf Turds, you're welcome to watch the replay if you're curious.
Squad.
Hashtag replay squad. Thank you, Brandon. And also, let me know in the comments on the replay. Do you have you had any of these? What are your thoughts? Even if I don't expect everyone to buy all 5 of them. Like no one's gonna do that.
No.
Like I'm a YouTuber. I do that.
But
You can't.
But if
Wouldn't
you've
be
had any of them,
suggested,
what are your
yeah.
thoughts? And if you have thoughts like you're like, I kind of like this, but it's a little too sweet. I'm happy to respond and be like, oh, then you might like this one. So let us know in the comments below. I'm gonna go get some ice. I'm gonna make some Old Fashions for these guys. Now that we picked our favorite, you guys, y'all ask them questions while I'm away. Ask them questions
good.
about me.
Oh boy.
oh goody.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
yeah.
boy.
Oh, real boy.
Oh my gosh, what am I?
What did he just do? Okay, so we took over again, guys. Welcome back. It's Brandon Spencer. What's up? Oh, shit. Okay.
What the fuck?
That's it.
That was just the chair going up and down.
cool.
Calm down.
So what's going on? What are you guys all sipping on out there in the chat? Anybody? Nobody?
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
sorry.
So I see what's going. Just take away
away
everything. Leave the Knob Creek. Yeah. No, you're right.
Pretty much, like,
Yeah.
straight up.
I mean,
we love Knob Creek. We all love Knob Creek.
yeah. The only on the
just-
rocks is it was a good start. It's just a little sweet for what it is.
Yes, I
And
agree,
low-
100%.
It's
Yeah.
70.
Very fruity.
Yeah.
Pour over ice and enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I mean, 70 proof is not bad, but that Handy and Schiller is what?
Just so you
24?
guys know, the ice cubes I'm using, I can't see it.
Yes, you can.
It's got little buffaloes in it. It's a Buffalo Trace ice
Jesus.
bowl.
Oh, well, aren't
Whatever
you
floats your boat.
fancy?
Oh, hey, there you go. Question for Steven. Or,
What
sorry,
is it?
Spencer.
Oh, what kind of beard conditioner that I use?
Bubble Bath Bourbon, thanks for joining in.
I haven't used any in a very long time. I think Beard Bros was the last one that I used, but it's been a while since I've re-upped with them.
Do you want me to give you all this stuff?
All right. Question for the chat.
Sorry.
So my plan was to originally use Elijah Craig Rye because I think it makes a fantastic old fashioned. However, Spencer here suggested using Stag Junior for an old fashioned. So up to you guys. Are we using
Let us
Elijah
know.
Craig Rye or Stag Junior? Now, both are going to make an amazing old fashioned. Let's be honest. What do you guys think we should use? We're going to make one old fashioned for the stream tonight. So let us know. Open to you guys. What do you think?
Okay, Tom Flanagan, I'm comparing rye old fashioned to a bourbon old fashioned.
Rye wins. There's a
Interesting.
YouTuber, Kiara. I don't know her name. She's from the Try channel. The Irish. You watch them?
Oh, yeah.
So she has her own cocktail channel. She's awesome. I love her. She recently did a video talking about a rye old fashioned versus a bourbon old fashioned. She picked rye too.
I think it comes down to the rye that you use, though,
That's very true.
and also the bourbon.
Yeah.
Both and compare.
I have no problem with doing that.
I mean,
You know what?
okay. How about instead of a full size, we just do the small ones? How about that?
That's fine. I mean, or you can just
I
make,
don't
or
know.
just make two and share. I mean, I don't
Up to
care.
you guys.
Or you two can do them. Like, I don't care.
I ain't got cooties.
I know.
Okay.
I'm cool.
How about this? We make the rye one, and if someone doesn't like the rye one, we make a Stag Junior
Okay.
one.
So,
Oh yeah. Oh,
Why
I
are you
hate
looking
it.
at me?
I hate. Like I said, if someone
I
doesn't like
hate
the rye
it.
one,
No.
I hate it. Let's make the Stag Junior one. All right, we'll make both of them.
okay.
Okay, Spencer and Brandon are back.
We'll go a little
I
over
got
time.
What's up, Tom?
Okay, you know what? I saw something here
Yeah.
from Steven a minute ago about, so spicy chicken nugget thoughts from
Oh, yeah,
McDonald's.
Steve.
I haven't had
That'd
them
be
yet.
disgusting.
I mean,
Sorry.
Here's the Stag.
I can
Um,
see that. Thank you. What do you
just
want to do with it?
Just let me in.
Oh, I thought you were making it over there. My bad. I apologize. I thought you
No,
were
I mean,
making it over
this
there.
this is one of my go-tos. So
Yeah. Now this was Spencer's idea for the Stag. Now to be
Don't
fair,
blame me.
It is his fault if they're bad.
no.
Okay.
So what I was going to say is,
Oh.
actually my favorite old. Where are you going?
I'm gonna make these.
Oh wait, I was going to make them on camera
Oh, you
right
wanna
here.
make
Oh my goodness gracious,
Keep
you
them
two.
on.
Arrogant married couple.
Okay.
Always reach for the rye with cocktails, William Davilar.
Okay. So
I can see that. Get rid of the stupid chicken
okay,
nuggets.
hold on. Okay. So as you can tell, we've had 5 old fashions.
This is
Um,
not chicken nuggets.
This is fine.
But I know what are you talking about. You're the one who's drunk.
No, so my favorite old fashioned beforehand was with an Elijah Craig barrel proof. However, I tried it before the stream and I did not like the batch that I have with Elijah Craig barrel proof. So we decided to skip on that. I went with the Elijah Craig rye. So we're gonna make that first, and then we're gonna see how it is, and then we're gonna make a Stag Junior one because why the heck not? So
Why the hell not?
I did not get the peeler. Justin, could you potentially get the peeler for the orange? Oh, okay.
Okay, how do I?
First drawer right there.
Yeah, he can make one. I can't.
I think it's in there.
Why don't you go?
It's okay. I got it.
You asked the person that doesn't belong.
I didn't ask you. I asked Justin. He's not here.
That is a t-shirt.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start making their old fashions with the Elijah Craig rye. So
There's no peeler for you.
my recipe for the Elijah Craig rye. So I am using now. A lot of people like Spencer like to make their own simple syrup. However, I did buy a pretty nice simple syrup. I bought the yeah, it's fine. Well, that's the last step. We'll get Justin when he's out of the bathroom.
You know what?
Brothers Reserve. Now this is a simple syrup
I mean,
with cane sugar. So
This is a lemon.
it's not a lemon.
Oh, well, it's yellow.
Okay. I went to the store today. Those were the best ones that were available. I know.
Oh, it's right here up the top.
Oh my god, it's already okay. He already pulled out. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make the Elijah Craig Rye Old Fashions, and we're gonna see how they compare to our favorites. How about that? And then we're gonna compare them with Stag Junior Old Fashions because these guys are like freaking crazy.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we are freaking crazy.
That's how we roll.
All right. You get a circle.
All right, so I'm just gonna miss 0.25 ounces of simple syrup,
Good amount.
which is it's like a bar spoon. It's honestly just hard for me to do a bar spoon with one hand, so I'm spilling it all. Yes, keep that napkin, please.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
I'm getting it all over everything.
There you go.
All right, this one's too sweet.
Yeah, we're just gonna share it. Yeah, I thought we were sharing it.
No, we're making the rye.
We're doing our own.
Everyone's doing our own with the ryes.
I'll do a little less than the full because I put way too much simple syrup.
Okay, well, the way I was like, we're doing 3 ryes.
I can't see. I've never made an old fashioned. I've never made an old fashioned while I'm like not able to see what we're doing. Okay, I got it.
Now you can see.
We're just not going to the whole amount because that's a lot of simple syrup.
Okay.
Okay, so we get the simple syrup. Like I said, 0.25 ounces of cane sugar, simple syrup. Where is the lid? This is okay. There we go. Thank you guys. I love having help.
Clifton, you need a lot of
Steven says, "Why is my comment still up?"
Sorry, I said that too.
Sorry.
I told you take down the chicken nuggets.
Okay, so we got the 0.25 ounces of simple syrup. Now we are going to use Elijah Craig rye and put in 1.5 ounces of Elijah Craig rye. I've never made this many cocktails for so many people.
It's 3. Usually make 2.
I know, but I normally rinse this out because I'm normally not in front of my.
Well, that's why I thought you were gonna make it over there in the kitchen, and you're like, no,
that's why I offered to make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna clean my desk.
All right.
We're gonna clean my desk after.
Okay.
I still wanted to spill over my desk.
When you mean you.
I
right?
will clean it.
I promise you.
I promise y'all this will be good. I'm just never made it in front of.
I've actually never had the Elijah Craig rye, so that's cool.
Oh, it's really good for cocktails, I will say.
I am not the rye guy, so
I'm not a rye guy either, but I'm not gonna lie, that Michter single barrel we had,
yeah,
was pretty good.
That one was pretty
fun fact, Old Fashions were originally made with rye whiskey.
Yes, they are.
All right, one more for you. Where's your glass?
You mean right here next to yours?
Oh, that's your glass. Okay. Oh, Brandon, yours. Sorry.
It's over that way.
Well, normally I'm like looking over this and I can see how much I'm pouring. I'm like trying to like not, because otherwise I'd be standing like over you guys like I'm pouring this glass.
You do you, boo boo.
Okay. So now we just need some bitters. Now for bitters, Justin's at the door. So for bitters, I am using black walnut bitters. So that's probably the pizza.
Okay.
So I'm using black walnut bitters by Fee Brothers. So we are going to put just a bit. We're going to stir them too. Don't worry.
Yep. Doesn't take a whole lot for bitters.
Yeah. This
is
way
amazing
easier.
How dark those bitters are.
These are very, very dark. Yeah. So now we are going to stir each and every one.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
I've never made Old Fashions from an audience. So
Old Forester rye is awesome.
Yeah, you guys
Clifton, you got Old Forester rye.
I don't. At the moment, I don't have it actually.
Interesting.
Was someone asking if I had it?
Yeah. Ben Sacro was asking if you had it.
Oh, I usually do. I just haven't bought one recently.
Oh, by the way, you see Emily Chambers. You bought simple syrup. You bougie.
Bougie. Now, to be fair, it was only $5.
Emily, to be fair, I did try to make him actually make some.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw the cherry. I forgot the cherry. Well, we'll do it at the end.
Yeah, Jason, the pizza is here. No, Steven, I want Hawaiian Punch, but no Hawaiian Punch, bro. Just Hawaiian Punch flavored cocktails.
All right, so I did forget the most important ingredient to an old fashioned. Not really. Luxardo cherries, which I mean, these are. If you've never had these, they are okay. Okay, Spencer has thoughts.
I've never had one.
You can use them. You can not use
compared to maraschino cherry.
No.
Okay.
I'm not a stickler when it comes to cherries at all.
Okay.
It's just
I
you can either use them or not use them.
Yeah. Do you not want any? Or
No.
You'll take one.
I don't care.
My poor keyboard.
I've done both.
Just so y'all know, my poor keyboard is.
That is a waterproof keyboard. Right?
Nope.
That's why there's a tiny little napkin over there.
Again, this is not my bar area. This is my
pizzas, nuggets, black walnut things, and rye whiskey. Epic. It's gonna be an epic night, Jason.
Yeah,
just saying,
Jason. This is a very interesting night.
And it's just beginning.
Okay, I'm trying my best, y'all. I'm trying.
Oh, this is not against you.
No,
This is,
we're
this is-
good. This is how it's supposed to be. We're just
Yeah,
having a good time. Like, come on.
When you invited me here, Clifton, I thought you expected this.
Expected your stream to go off the rails here.
All right.
Are you supposed to eat the cherry?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's leave that for that.
So really, the idea with the cherry is the juice and everything with it accents it a little bit more.
This has a lot of juice. Now, to be fair, I have been using the juice for other cocktails.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very expensive. Now, these are like $20, I think, for
Just about.
orange.
Yes, orange.
You want one peel? Okay, sure, one peel. We'll do it.
That was fancy, whatever you did.
He expressed the
I
orange.
expressed the essence.
It smells. I mean, it
Wow,
smells
that's
better
crazy.
than everything
You can
so
smell
far.
the orange.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
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 It was like
Endless is the Woodford Reserve cherries are also good. I've not had those, but these are pretty good for what they are. Sometimes
Was the copper and
Kings.
cherries were
Oh,
very
I've not had
good.
theirs.
Oh, those are amazing. They're brandy cherries.
one dash of cherry, orange bitter. Sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cheers, you guys. I already took a sip.
I didn't. Sad.
Now that's good. That's pretty good. That is so far and away different compared to all the rest of those.
Now, remember, we are using the Elijah Craig right now. To be fair, this isn't the most accessible whiskey. It's mostly in the South right now. However, I was actually going to use Rittenhouse rye, which is usually my go-to rye for cocktails. I just didn't have enough for 3 people, so I was like, I got more of this one. That's really good.
That
I'm
is
loving that.
very good.
Yeah.
I'm not typically a rye old fashioned kind of guy, but
Well, Brandon, okay, being a non-old fashioned,
I'd be curious to see how it compares to a bourbon old fashioned, because to me, this, if I could guaranteed get this at every bar I went to, I would order it, because like you're saying, you're getting the whiskey, you're getting a little bit of the cherry, you're getting that little bit of orange zest, you're getting a little bit of everything mixed in, but obviously it's rye forward.
Yeah,
I know it's a rye.
Yeah.
It's got that spice, it's got that kick, it's got the alcohol punch. Not like the other, like literally all the other ones, you couldn't taste the alcohol that much, honestly. Like between.
Okay. If we want to do a Stag Junior one,
well, okay. So
make...
here's my question to you:
Okay,
do you have regular Elijah Craig as like
the
a night for
regular bourbon?
Yeah, the pick.
I have a pick of it.
Yeah.
It should be done. Do you want to do a direct comparison?
I would say do a direct comparison because it's only fair. Because otherwise, if we were doing Stag Junior, it's going to be
that's very true. Very true. Okay, fair. Okay, you guys get a little bit of bonus content. We are going to do an Elijah Craig rye versus an Elijah Craig bourbon, old fashioned. Spencer, who is going to be our cocktail master. Spencer, what do you need to make? Do you want to make it over there?
Yeah, I'll make it over
here.
Just because it'll be.
Here's the cherry.
We want to just share one.
Yes.
We can share one. Yeah, sounds good. Got everything you need? All right, you guys, while Spencer makes that for us, do you guys have any questions?
It's back to the OGs. What's up?
Any final thoughts? Any questions? Honestly, I think the one we just made beats everything tonight.
Let's use this glass then. Okay, sure.
I
mean, unless you want to get another one out of there.
I don't think I have any.
Okay.
You figure it out.
Good, yeah.
Okay.
Now, Brandon.
Yes.
You agree that this is better than anything we tried tonight?
Yes, 100%. It's leaps and bounds above what we tried. Because all the other ones we tried, that literally to me reminds me of the one or two I might have had at the bars over the years, and that's why it steered me away from it. It's like I'm not paying for something like that, especially not when it's one thing if you buy, like you're saying, $1, a pour or whatever, $2. In California, they're not cheap. It's
gosh, cocktails.
$15, $20, maybe $10 on the on happy hour.
Yeah. It's
depends
not
where
you
are. Me. Like I would literally be pissed off if I paid $10 for any.
I will say I don't typically order old fashions at bars. I did at Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen in Vegas. Mm-hmm. I ordered one with Tammy and Brian Bernanke, who aren't here. I think they're doing a local whiskey event tonight, so not able to join us tonight. We had a smoked old fashioned at Gordon Ramsay's, which was fantastic. I will say that was like $18, but it was delicious. That was an experience too.
It's Vegas. It's Gordon Ramsay, so it is going to be pricey. We know that. Yeah. Typically, old fashions are what? $12, $15, give or take.
And I get there is convenience with getting a pre-mixed one. However, if you're looking for a cost-effective way, you don't have to use. I mean, this is like a $35 bottle. You could use like Jim Beam rye, which is like $12 or something, like super cheap. Now, I do say with an old fashioned, you want a quality whiskey, right, Brandon? Like you don't want like a cheap. You don't want like bottom shelf, like whatever bottom shelf you have. You want to because with an old fashioned, you're tasting the whiskey more than you're tasting. Like with like a vodka, you don't care what vodka you're using. Like
it's a mixer. So
yeah.
I guess the next question would be: is that do you think, in your honest opinion, you and Spencer, do you think that the higher the quality of whiskey or bourbon or rye that you're using in these doesn't necessarily guarantee a better cocktail, or is there a certain point that's, hey, you know what, we don't need a higher end, whatever?
So, like I said, I wanted to use an Elijah Craig barrel proof because I had one Elijah Craig barrel proof old fashioned that was delicious. It was perfect. Like, it was like, okay, this is the perfect old fashioned. However, I did do a little sample before we did the stream, and I was like, I'm gonna make another old fashioned with Elijah Craig barrel proof. It wasn't as good as what I thought it would be. So right now we're going to do one little final comparison between the Elijah Craig Rye, which is limited release. It's very, very limited release versus regular Elijah Craig Bourbon. So it's like a drunken review. We're going to figure it out.
It's a drunken review. Yes,
yeah.
Sure.
So Tom says, I forgot about mixed drinks. I must be watching too much of your shows along with Sean Trevin. Yeah. That's why I think it's like a perfect Saturday stream. It's different than normal, but like I'm having fun with it. These are delicious.
These are fun.
Yes.
So
definitely.
We're going to compare our rye Elijah Craigs with this single. Now it is a single barrel, but it doesn't matter.
It's fine.
So this is it's going to be
it's
a bourbon versus a rye comparison.
All right, let's go. I'll start it out. Why not?
All right, go for it.
It's your stream. Now, Spencer, is there a reason why the rye you just did the pinch or whatever of orange, and on this one you actually put the peel in there?
No reason. I mean, I threw it in there just because.
Okay.
I
wasn't sure.
Typically, I would say we normally would do that in all of them. Yeah. But it's just like we're already.
Yeah. So the oils were already expressed in it. I just threw it in there just for the sake of showmanship.
But do keep that in mind. This has a little more orange than the other one did because there's an orange in there. So yeah,
because I noticed that just even on the nose you can tell.
Yeah. I mean,
that is smooth. I like that.
I'm just curious how it translates to the palate.
I'm conflicted.
I mean, you know what? I like the fact that we did it with the 94 proof Elijah Craig bourbon versus the rye, because if we did it with the Stag Junior,
it's no comparison.
The Stag Junior stands up amongst anything else that you throw at it. You have to use so much simple syrup to cover it. You know what? They're both very good. I can't.
And I think, to be fair, I prefer yours because you're like a professional. However, but I think I prefer yours because like just the proportions. I don't think it's like the whiskey itself. I think it's like a preference thing. Like if you prefer more of a rye forward whiskey, you will prefer the rye with your old fashioned. However, if you like the smooth, like sweet, like corny quality of a bourbon, that's your go-to.
Yeah, there's definitely like a sweetness versus a spiciness essence between the two of them.
Oh yeah, this one's way sweeter. I mean, to be fair, again, proportion. We didn't accurately measure things. However,
so mine was still a quarter of an ounce of simple syrup with an ounce and a half of bourbon and then one cherry. So I try to keep it as close as what we did to the previous one.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the only disclaimer, is because I feel like that's sweeter than this one. I gravitated towards that one, like, oh, that's so good. However,
and I think the sweetness is only because of the bourbon itself.
Oh, you think so?
I think it's because
sweeter. It's not the rye spice to it.
I mean,
that's delicious.
I would gravitate to that more than I would a rye one, but
your
rye one, the rye one's damn good.
So I think I would go.
Okay, hold on. Hands down.
Bourbon
handmade over pre-made.
Oh, handmade.
Handmade. Yeah. I was gonna say.
And this is not a cocktail to make either.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
like, it's really not.
Like a lot of people are intimidated by old fashions. They're really not that difficult. Like it sounds like something that's difficult.
Yeah.
However, you can use a sugar cube. However, if you have a Total Wine in your area, do you have the? Oh, it's already over there. They make pre-made simple syrup that you can just buy.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is put like a quarter of an ounce.
Yep.
Bitters, which are super accessible, which are also over there.
I left everything over there.
That's literally all it is. It's like bourbon is the primary ingredient. A little bit of simple syrup, and then just a couple of dashes of bitters. Ice, stir it. You are good. Like it's the simplest. It's an old fashioned because that was like one of the original cocktails. Right?
So the reason why it's called old fashioned is with the way that cocktails used to be made was with full on sugar cube versus simple syrup. when cocktail makers started to move from physical syrup from the sugar to syrup, they wanted, a lot of people were like, I don't want this newfangled New York BS. I want an old fashioned cocktail. And that's where the name comes from, is just the act of taking a sugar cube, mashing it with bitters, adding a small amount of water to kind of create that syrup, and then adding your spirit.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are saying, like, who needs to buy simple syrup? You don't. Just for convenience is the only reason we do. Now we bought a lot of the cheaper stuff. Just disclaimer: a lot of the cheaper stuff does use corn syrup instead of like cane sugar. So be careful of that. Like we bought that before. We use it for like margaritas and stuff. But like with a whiskey old fashioned, when the highlight is the whiskey, you want the highest quality ingredients.
So
I think.
So this is an interesting comment by Ledoux, is using maple syrup over.
Again, you can mix it up. Do whichever you want. I think I had a lot of maple on using the walnut bitters. I got some maple notes with that too. So.
I have had a smoked old fashioned that had maple bitters in it, and that was very good.
Yeah,
very, very good. Yeah. But I mean, you can mix and match. You can do all sorts of different things to it, and you'll get different flavors out of it.
And I'm trying to find an argument for these pre-mixed ones. Like it's like you go to a party and it's easy.
Yeah, it's pure convenience.
But to be fair, it's such an easy cocktail.
If you're going to a party and you only have 2 hours because you have to go pick up the kids from soccer practice, you're probably going to be bringing out the Handy and Schindler because a couple of people coming together, getting a cocktail, and then I know that's actually an antiquated example, but
yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like it's like. Old fashions are such a simple cocktail, like, and that's no diss on people that don't know how to make it. Like, I told you the easy recipe. Literally, just Google like how to make an old fashioned. I promise you, it may be intimidating, but it's actually a very, very easy cocktail.
And I will say, when making simple syrup, you are boiling sugar, and you get that on your hand, it will burn you.
Ask me how I know.
Ask me how I know, and ask me for the scars. Yes. How did I get these scars? But. All things considered, though, if you let it cool down, you put it into a bottle, you put it into the fridge, it lasts for such a long time.
And also, let's be honest, people that are doing it for the first time, they're not going to do that.
No.
Put a sugar cube, literally like just a sugar cube, put a little bit of water, or if you have like soda water, just put a little bit, mix it down. It's going to not fully dissolve. That's my problem with it. It doesn't fully dissolve most of the time. However, the most part of your drink is going to be very, very good. And it's going to be very similar to these handmade ones, like with the simple syrup. Yep. So I just want to let you guys know it's not that hard. Like you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
So here's another good point that Steve made, was these pre-made mixes are actually pretty good if you're trying to add it to something else. Interesting. Because
but they're not made to do that, though.
No, they're not made to
but
do
you
that.
can.
Yeah.
But you can.
You can. Oh, for sure.
Like Hawaiian Punch.
Oh my gosh. Well, with that, you guys, thank y'all so much for joining us on a Saturday night. I think we basically determined that we prefer the handmade stuff. However, if you're going with the pre-mixed one, I think it was a general consensus that the Handy, I keep confusing the name because it's hard.
Yeah,
Handy and Schiller by Buffalo Trace by Sazerac is the best bang for your buck for $40. We paid $40 for this, so if it's more than that, I don't know if I would recommend it as much. But for $40, I will say I would pick this one.
And I think I saw the High West one.
I agree with that,
going
Steven.
for $45.
Yeah, and like I said at the beginning of the stream, I do plan to do the High West one. I just don't have it currently, so maybe it'll be a Patreon exclusive. We'll see.
Maybe. I'll
come back around.
So maybe we'll do a Patreon exclusive, but I will do a comparison with the High West barrel. It's also barrel old fashioned. So keep an eye out for that. But most of all, thank y'all so much for joining us here on a Saturday night. I know it's Saturday. I know y'all got probably better things to do, but to this point, like, I just really appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much, Spencer, and of course, Brandon, for joining me here. We got some pizza that's been like chilling in the background. We didn't go eat it.
It smells really good.
I can't wait.
All right, one final question. Emily asks, Brandon, now that you know, how would you make your old fashioned? Or would you?
Oh, yeah, I would. I'll check it out and see. I mean, to be fair, like you said, I understand it's kind of intimidating to make simple syrup like the first time. So obviously buy pre-made, but obviously the more you get comfortable with it, then like you're saying, then you start making your own, and there you go. But yeah, let's check it out. Definitely.
Yeah. Better than your first Old Fashioned.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like you said, if I had this the first time, I would continue on. So when you get a bad experience, you don't want to go back.
Hey!
No. Technical difficulties, clicking around.
I clicked too many buttons. I'm sorry.
But Brandon, I'm glad that I got to share that with you because when you start to do it, you'll find yourself just sitting in your kitchen one day, you're starting to mix your drink, and you're like, oh, I have a drink in my hand. Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
That's so good. So good. Spencer, you're making all the cocktails for this house. Like,
I like where this is going. Spencer's coming over.
Spencer, I guess I'm coming up more often.
Pick me up on the way.
All right.
I'll shop up to your house.
All right. Cheers, you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. And cheers to the pizza that we have to eat, but also these amazing Old Fashions. So hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see y'all on Thursday. Cheers, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.